And I around on the web SDRs. And Kevin, I have a feeling that signal is probably in your area or a little south or somewhere, possibly, or because it's not on the K4 site, so it's hard to. Of course, it could be in the Prairies area as well. I guess it just depends on that, the propagation. So not real strong here, but I don't hear it on those two SDRs, but I do just fine. Charlie and everybody else. So anyway, good stuff all the way around. And Charlie, okay on a couple of years and taking care of that, so I will wish you the best. And I know they're making strides in that, but I'm very unfamiliar really with it. I guess you're not going to do much surface mount technology. Boy, I have a hard time just keeping a steady hand as it is with that stuff. I play with it now and then when I need to, just on some of the receivers or something, the little SDR receivers. If it's the older SMTs, it's not so bad, but that new stuff that looks like the holy cow, even with the 4-time magnification, still like a grain of rice. Man, that is tough. But, it's only if I have to, but I don't know. I probably, the last time I did it, I called the company, and they actually had the whole board for a good price, so I just did it that way. Didn't even try to replace the parts because they were so small. Anyway, this is funny stuff. But anyway, I understand on the the direction of the property. I don't blame you there. And the woods is easier, but I don't know. There's a double-edged sword on that too, isn't there? It's we had that house on the lake south of here, and it was very reminiscent of where my wife grew up in Arkansas. And a lot of trees, very little grass, so it was easy, but at the same time, the trees, caused the moss on the roof and the siding. They would do that all the time. The gutters are always full of leaves, so I ended up taking Kate out of the house area, and boy, she was not happy. She went to Arkansas, came back, and they were laying in the yard because I couldn't get them cut up in time, but I think that's probably good. I told her, I said, that was a tri-level thing. I didn't care for those high corners trying to clean them gutters out. So those coming out. Of course, then after that, I didn't realize I saw one of those magazines online about in the Myrtle Beach, Carolina's golf places. They don't have gutters, and they use that drainage perimeter, and let the water go that way. And I did that, and it worked very well. We had a slope towards the water, so I trenched around had a basement around the house and put a drainage pipe and gravel back in there, probably a foot or two away from the foundation, enough for the pitcher gutters would hit, and the water landed there, no erosion, went to the pipe, and then I had a pipe trenched down towards the lake, and man, it was perfect. So I could have kept all those trees, but I didn't bring that point out. I didn't want to rub salt in the wound, She was mad as it was. If I'd have told her that, she would have really been upset. So, I know what you mean. It's one thing trade for the other. So I know you're going to find a good spot, but waiting for the holidays to get over. And congratulations on a new grandchild, too, by the way. So that sounds great. And having that big home and having them there, to come stay with you at times, too, is pretty nice, too. So anyway, we'll get to hear you on the air at least through February, I guess, until you get that moved on. So hopefully you'll find a good compromise and have a good antenna system to really enjoy that part of the retirement. Bruce, here's Chicago's KN4HH. I think you were good for more. I went to get my coffee. I got wireless headsets on, but when I walk and with coffee on the mind, my brain close down on the listening mode. Go ahead, Bruce. This is K9GAS.
Well, real good on that. That project just seems to be going on its own for a year, but eventually we just have to jump on it. Yeah, sorry you didn't make it over that hill close there, so I just here was up there, one of the vendor groups for one of the antenna companies. Got to make it for it, and that's one guy there. I guess I'm going to try to keep listening, but if I pass it to W3MMR, if not, over Charlie or something like that, jump in. The W3MMR.
Let me make sure I got it. Does it come to me or does it go to you, Kevin, and then back to me?
Well, you know what? I'm not sure, guys. Did Charlie get a chance on it over?
Oh, no, I think he goes to Charlie, then you, then me.
Oh, and then, anyway, Charlie passed it to me, then I went to Bruce, Bruce to you, Kevin, and you went to Perry, back around to Charlie there, over.
Perry, pick it up. I'm not hearing Jerry. He gave us the order there, over.
Yeah, it goes to you, and then it goes back to me, is basically what he said. So you pick it up and send it to me, and then I'll send it back up to Jerry. Is it Jerry? Okay, this is how it goes. Jerry to Charlie, Charlie to Bruce, Bruce to you, you to me, and then me back up to Jerry.
W3MMR in the group. Y'all make short ones. Isn't that amazing? Anyway, great to hear all of you on this morning. I heard you say that maybe you had a new 3500Z in the AL80, Perry. Doing a nice job down here. Nice copy. Bruce is getting kind of a little bit marginal in the noise. Of course, I've got that steady carrier here on the frequency that's about F7 now. So it's kind of heterodyne with some of you guys. Anyway, I've enjoyed getting the old transmitter on this morning. I'll keep it short here and move it over up to you, Perry. And I think that's about all I've got. Other than the daylight savings time is kind of messing with me. I was used to getting up at 5 a.m. down there at the beach all week. So now I'm getting up at 4. So, and the weather forecast, we've got a couple of good days left, and then it's going to turn off and rain Thursday. And get cold by Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we're looking at lows by Tuesday down to Thursday. It's supposed to be a low of 24. For AM snow showers. Our weatherman said that it's getting ready to turn to winter. Anyway, I have to pick and choose my days now. Back up to you, Perry. W3MMR in the group. Thanks for straightening us out, Jerry. KK4GZQ.
KK4GZQ, the group W3MMR. Well, that carrier's here, and it's been in here since about 3 o'clock yesterday. Excuse me, about 1:30 yesterday afternoon. Folks started noticing it. And it's not too bad. It's pretty much directly on 3885. So if folks, pretty much zero beat it and get it right on top of it, doesn't really have too much of an effect, especially with you strong guys. It's beating up Bruce a little bit, but switched over to the web SDR for Bruce, and I had no problem copying him here. But it has been in there. This is we had this. I'm pretty sure it's most likely probably the same carrier that was in there for about a week. It was probably six months or so ago. I could be wrong with the time frame, but I remember there was a carrier that was there and it would not go away. So I don't know if it's intentional or what, but nevertheless, it's in there, and just do what we got to do to get over top of it. But you guys are doing fine. Fine with it. It's not really affected anybody at all. And yeah, Kevin, yep, put a new 3-500Z here in the AL80B, and a new ceramic tube socket. Got rid of that little junky wafer board tube socket, and put a real tube socket in there, and a new Matchlet brand 3-500Z off of eBay. I was kind of leery about getting them off of eBay, and I read this gentleman's reviews. I forget his call. I got his card on the other side of the room. But yeah, he's sold 600 some odd tubes and had all 100% positive feedback. Nobody's had any issues, and when they have, say damage in shipping or something like that, it's he's taking care of it right away. And I saved myself probably $40 or $50 going this route. And so to me it was worth it. I'm a cheapskate. And it seems to be working just fine here. They do a pretty intensive testing process on all the tubes that they get, and do, I guess, a 24-hour burn-in period, and RF test them before they send them out, rather than just getting them from the supplier, putting them in a box, not testing them, and basically having us test them for them, and finding the duds when they're already out here in the real world. So I feel pretty confident with it, and so far I'm not disappointed. And it seems to be working pretty well. Like I was saying, about 200 more watts of output on tune. When I used to tune this thing up, I get about 1,100 or so watts under tune, and now I'm getting well over 1,200, close to 1,300 watts on tune up. And my average peaks are higher, now with a little more headroom, so that's always a good thing. So it seems to be working out well. I love this little AL80B amplifier. It does me well until I can. It's number one, I'm never going to get rid of it. Number two, when I do upgrade, like I said, I'm never going to get rid of this. I would like an AL82 or a AL1500, AL1200. I think you have a 1200 if I remember correctly, Kevin. But I know they're pretty stout too. I know, but they're hard to come by, I think. But I can't remember off the top of my head. It is 39 degrees here this morning, going up to I think 63 today. Pretty seasonable weather here today, but like you guys down there, Kevin, and I'm sure the rest of everybody, it's gonna get cold this weekend. I think Friday they're calling for possible snow here in the evening on the backside of this storm front that that's going to be rolling through here. So they're calling for possible snow on Friday evening, not accumulating here, more accumulation up north of the city here, and in northern New Jersey, and up in New York in that area. But nevertheless, getting I think there's only going to be a high of 42 on Friday, dipping down into the low 20s for a low, and then it's going to be stuck in the 40s all throughout the weekend into Monday, low to mid 40s, and be pretty much wintertime weather conditions here. So back over to you, Jerry. I wonder how the weather is out your way. Sounding good over here this morning. And I know you guys in the Midwest get hit with some brutal cold. When I was stationed in Great Lakes, Illinois, I never experienced cold quite like I did there. So K9GAS in the group W3MMR.
Okay, Perry. Well, I'm kind of confused. I thought, didn't I send it to, or did you send it to Charlie and he sent it to me? I don't know. I'm kind of confused now, and that's okay. No big deal. But, oh, very good. I'll just make a quick comment and I'll send it to Charlie because I was thinking I was sending it to Bruce. But anyway, well, very good. Yeah, Frank is a good guy. You're not going to find a better character on the eBay. He's been selling those tubes for a long time. I bought 4 of them from him and still have them. I had one out of a set, and he responded immediately and sent me one before I sent this one back to him. So, yeah, he's a great guy to deal with down there in Louisiana. And he sells all kinds of different tubes, unfortunately not 4x4s or 4/1000s, but I wish the Chinese would do the same because, yeah, pentalabs is a 24-hour burning on those, so full output, so you know you're getting a good tube. You don't have to worry about you're being the person that does the burn-in testing, as many of those Chinese tubes are. So it's a pretty neat arrangement with those mock-ups or mantlets or however you say that. But yeah, it's a pretty nice tube. You know, they've gotten higher. We were not bad. I thought 30-something, like $325 for a pair when I bought mine. I'm thinking they're much higher now, but as much of everything else is. So, and very good, Kevin on having that close call. Unfortunately, a time or two, I did not. I was there all along when I got that nabbed, but boy, what a nice break. Somebody going faster than you, you know, that he got that ticket for you. Well, that's pretty good. I know that one time I was on one of those traffic backups and you know, where the big trucks will get in the left lane and block traffic because there's a narrow one lane coming up. And I happened to be beside this guy, and the state trooper come up to pull that truck over. And when he got beside me, he looked at me and signaled for me to pull over. And I looked at him with the head and said, you know, shook my head. I'm not part of this. I think he thought we were together on it. And but I kept going after he pulled him over. I thought, yeah, if you want to come get me, come on. But I just happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. See, I tell you, you know, they have a tough job, that's for sure. Anyway, Charlie, here she comes to you. And you can, I think, Bruce signed down. I think he was going to listening mode, so I think it goes back to Kevin. But conditions are changing. I had a hard time with Kevin on both direct and the N4, K4, NKD, whatever the heck that is. Brian's place down there in Birmingham. And it wasn't coming in that good on the Michaels up in Pennsylvania either, so band is shortening or something. Charlie, K4FNY, here she comes from K9GAS here.
Good morning, KN.
Okay, Jerry, K9GAS. K4FNY.
Well, got something played.
Something going on with the antenna.
I guess it's possible.
Trouble
had been warm for so long that nothing would stick. So, anyhow, I'm gonna get it on up to Kevin. I'm back with my cousin Will. And yeah, you sound like me. You were building a pretty string or something there. I missed some of that. My bullshit, 756 code 2 is doing good. I hate to see it left us, but I understand. Kevin, up to you. KK4GZQ in the group, K4FNY.
Okay, Charlie, K4FNY in the group, KK4GZQ. I started listening over here on the K3 web SDR, and when Jerry passed it to you, Charlie, Bob broke in KN4HH. I'm not sure if Bob's going to hear me or not. He's, I think, marginal in my receiver, but pretty well in the K3FEF, so maybe one of you guys can help me get it over to Bob if he's not hearing me. And good morning to you, Bob, down in Peachtree City, Georgia. And, Charlie, it's about that stuff to start happening, and we'll try to keep it up here. You guys down south don't need to deal with it any more than we do, but we're pretty used to it about this time of year. So, and I'm gonna put a couple of things here to try to get a few things done, and then it's looking at the long range forecast. There's not a whole lot outside that I'm gonna be able to do. I do some wash down to about 42 degrees on occasion. I really don't like this, but I will if I have to. Bob, I'm going to send it to you, KN4HH, very down too, on the 3500, and that it's working well. So that's a good deal. The guy had good feedback and a lot of good positive comments on his behalf. So, and it sounded good down here too. Your audio on the Anon, you really sounds wonderful. And you know something, Perry? Sometimes when I listen to you, I think I'm listening to Frank. You have some attributes of your father there, no doubt about it. And I think the world of Frank, that's for sure. He's a great operator. So, Bob, here it comes to you, and it goes up to Perry, W3MMR, KN4HH with the group. There's KK4GZQ. I'll stay for one more.
Oh, good deal, Kevin. I'm copying you direct. KK4GZQ in the group, KN4HH. You probably weren't hearing me very well, Kevin, because I checked in on the military rig. I was on my manpack running low power, so that's probably why you didn't hear me. This should be a little bit better. I switched back over to the Flex radio. Good morning, sir. And Kevin, thanks so much for your QSL card from St. George. That's wonderful. Boy, what a nice thing. I really appreciate that, Kevin. Got it up here in a prominent place in the shack, so thank you so much for that. That was a lot of fun working you down there, and we had good conditions. Just great. And I can't hear Charlie direct. I'm picking up Charlie on K3FEF just fine, so I hear Charlie. But he checked in with Jerry. I'm hearing you just fine direct. And I'll get it up to Perry here in just a second. Yeah, we're just experimenting here this morning. I've got this old Manpack radio. It only runs about 25 watts or so on AM, so that's maybe why you weren't hearing me too well, Kevin. But that's plain with it. It works on AM and sideband. And I'm going to try it on 7203 a little bit later. Okay, Perry, hope you're copying me. Here it comes. W3MMR, KN4HH.
All right, KN4HH, excuse me, W3MMR. Good morning, Bob. Sounding great up here this morning. I'm copying everyone direct. And really, and very, we're very well, actually. So kind of weird one-way conditions for some of us here this morning. I'm copying Charlie real well, and Bob, you're just you're bombing in here this morning. And I heard you direct on the other rig with 25 watts when you broke in there. So you're definitely, I was definitely making the trip, excuse me, up this way. Bob, nevertheless sounding great up here this morning. And yeah, Kevin, I get that a lot with my father. We get I've had a lot of people say that we sound a lot alike. Maybe it's the accent, maybe it's, you know, the certain way I say a few words, or the way I phrase things. Because you know, I don't know. Always growing up, my father, he was a big role model of mine growing up, and you know, I kind of wanted to be like him in any way I could, whether it was, you know, the things I would say, or, you know, in a professional setting, or anything like that. And you know, I guess just over time, you know, the older you get, and the more you spend time with each other, the more and more you become alike. You know, so it's a good thing when I want to be like him, but I don't know so much if it's the other way around. If he's getting anything from me, I don't know how good a thing that would be. But nevertheless, thanks for the compliment there. And yeah, we've grown pretty close over the past few years. We didn't talk for a long time, and we grew far apart, and kind of put everything aside, and let bygones be bygones, and so-ons be so-ons, and put all that crap to the side, and you know, decided that life's too short to hold grudges, and you know, and everybody makes mistakes, and you know how that goes, and now we've grown closer than we've ever been, you know, in my entire life here. So it's a special thing, you know, it really is. So appreciate the compliments on about him, because I think the world of him as well. And anyway, we'll keep it moving around here, just sipping on the coffee, and keeping an eye on the temperature of this new tube here, and seems to be working really well, actually. Running cooler than the other tube, and everything's working well. Yesterday, that guy's name was Frank. Everything, the light bulb went off when you started speaking about him, and Penta Labs doing the 24-hour burn-in test, and so on and so forth. And so I think they got a pretty good thing going on there. I looked at RF parts first, and shipping was going to be like $40 for just standard shipping from RF parts. So on top of the tube itself being more expensive, you know, shipping would have been another $40 on top of it. So I figured, you know, I'd give Frank a chance there, and I'm really glad that I did. So back over to you, Jerry, if we're going to keep, I guess, the rotation as it be. K9GAS in the fine group. W3MMR.
V3PP.
Okay, I think I heard Rick in VE3PP. Is that you, Rick?
Yeah, that's me. Good morning, gentlemen.
Okay, well, I'll send it your way here, Rick, and then you can send it to Charlie, K4FNY. And good morning, Bob. Yeah, I heard you on the man Pat. I thought the signals were down, but when you switch back over, you're back up to your big booming signal here. But no, I heard you just fine on that. And Kevin's sort of going down and up over me here a little bit, and I'm sure that's going to change, but I'll keep her short. And Perry, I forgot I was going to look up on the phone, because I know he has some not so fun weather coming, but yeah, it's like 48 for a high today and 54 tomorrow, but then it starts going downhill rapidly. That Thursday, chance of snow, we're 25 for a low. And it's next week, Monday and Tuesday, we have highs in the mid-20s and lows 12 and 16. It's like, I am not looking forward to this at all. But I know it's done this several times every year and got really nasty through December. And then after December, it started breaking up and getting better. So, like the weather pattern has been pretty dramatic change, so, it's one of those kind of deals. So hopefully it'll hold true, but they're saying this year, according to the almanac and some other weather predictors, is that it's going to be above normal weather. I don't know if they mean snow or temperature or, whatever, so... that means it's going to be, I think I took it as not being so good. Instead of the averages, we're going the other direction. But we've had a sunfish here for so long. We've really been missed the way the jet streams have been dipping and stuff. So it's not really been a northern pattern of weather. So it may be time, but I've been fine with it. I'm hoping it would stay that way. I don't mind the switch in the pattern. Let everyone else have it. I just seem to be bothered. I don't know if it work that way. Anyway, good to hear about it, Charlie. I'll send it your way. And let's see. I was going to comment on something, but I can't remember now. Yeah, I'm losing my thought. But I'm going to have to check out because I'm going to have to go. No, it's not quite time yet. I'll pick up for another one here. I got to pick him up at 7:30 and leave here about 7-ish. Stop by and get some breakfast for both of us. Good old McDonald's, breakfast the champion or something like that. Anyway, K4. Oh no. Rick, up to you. VE3PP. I'm going to send it to you. Good morning to you. And you send it to K4FNY. This is K9GAS.
Okay, morning, Gary. Anybody else that can talk? And I think our weather is going to be the same as everybody else's here. I just brought it up, and I think the party's over. High of 41 today, and chance of rain or snow, pushing close to 34, 37, 39 for the next 2 days after that. And there's that isolated blue. I played golf yesterday, and I got a funny feeling my closes on the 17th to begin with. I got a funny feeling that it may be over up here. But it is what it is. It's we can't do anything about the weather. Terry, you're sounding a little better there this morning than you were last night when I tried talking. Tried to get your amp all working, and I think my buddy got his 3500Z from the same place you did. I know he bought it on online somewhere. I think he got it on eBay, and he had his shipped to port here in Michigan because he's got a parcel drop off over there, and that saved him a little bit on shipping. And I think he only paid like $270 or something Canadian for that 3500 shipped, and he put it in his amp and he said no problems with it. Been working fine. I'm just waiting for mine to go here. Eventually it's going to go on there. That thing's going to go out, but it is what it is. I'm going to go pick up my that Helicopter's SX-101 tonight in the matching speaker. Going to get that. The guy sent me a video of it receiving. So I know it received well. It was on it was receiving well. So I'm going to go pick that up tonight. And then the hunt will be on for a transmitter of some sort here. All right, I'll turn it over to Charlie, and I got to run upstairs, but I'll be back down to listen. Charlie, sorry I didn't get your call, and I don't know whether you can even copy me down there, but if you can, sorry I didn't get your call when Jerry said it. I'll be back and listening along. V3PP, good morning to Kevin if he can copy me.
Morning, this is N2VJ.
Good morning, VE3PP.
Very well, V3PP. K4FNY. Let me see if I have it. Yeah, I've got an awful lot of static here. I didn't hear Bob yet either, but I'll hang in for a little while. Hey, Jerry, if you need to go, break right in and tell us. Some of us guys get into one of these long old buses, and you know how that goes. Anyway, you mentioned buying K4JCP from SCR. I don't have a good pass over there. SCR. My pass in Birmingham, for some reason, it doesn't work very well. And that's really strange. It's not that far over there. It's about 180 miles, maybe. So, anyway, let me get down up to Kevin. I'll listen out and see what I can hear. I just got an awful high noise level from the static. So I was typing the stronger station, not the weaker. KK4GZQ in the group, K4FNY.
K4JCP.
Joe always waits for my last and final transmission to jump in here, so that means I'm going to have to stay for one more. Good morning, Joe. K4JCP, KK4GZQ. I was going to say I was on a final, but Joe, I'll send it to you and see what you got to say. I'm too interested to see what you might have this morning. So, anyway, for Joe, and you'll send it up to Perry. Morning to Rick, Victor 603 from Southern Ontario.
Thanks, Barry.
Rick, I'm kind of looking at it on the map here. I guess you're at the southernmost point of Canada, which, are, I guess, our southernmost point in the United States.
Good morning, W3PP.
South Texas. Anyway, but looking at you on the map here, I thought to myself, well, heck, he's in the tropics of Canada. Good luck on searching for a transmitter, Rick. I'll try to keep up on that and see what you come up with. Good copy down here, about 15 over into the Lexus and get that in here. Harry, I think, Frank, that rings a bell. I wonder if it's the same Frank that I'm talking about down at the Huntsville Test that was selling a two-brand. I think they were importing and testing and putting the Matchman name on it. Matchman, I think. Now, I believe his name is Frank. Stories and reports on what he sells there. Whether it's the same guy. Anyway, I'm not going to keep you. I'm just going to keep moving around. I'll get over here to Joe and then up to Perry. And then the next one will have to be my last. K4JCP, Fort Walton Beach.
Go ahead, Jamie. N2VJ, and then send it to me, W3MMR.
Okay, Perry, W3MMR. This is N2VJ. Good morning. Boy, I'm second guessing checking in now. I got a feeling those guys aren't going to hear me, Perry. I'm pretty deep in the valley here. But Kevin, you and I have worked before. Good morning to you. Good morning to Charlie and everybody else. And I just wanted to send a message out to Gary, W9GAS. I've worked him a couple of times when I'm mobile out in Indiana. I'm going to be back out there on the 18th, starting the 18th. So look forward to hearing your soothing voice while I'm working. He probably doesn't realize how much he's kept me company when I'm all alone at that transmitter site out there, all those guys out there in Nineland. Perry, go ahead. I don't think they're going to hear me that well. I probably shouldn't have checked in. W3MMR, good signal up here into Syracuse. This is N2VJ.
And Perry, WB2HJK is in there also.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Sorry. George, go ahead and pick it up and then send it to me. WB2HJK, W3MMR.
Okay, I barely hear some of you on there. And I'm not going to hold it because I guess the best I can do is just to have you relay my 7 degrees to the group. Apparently I have some other issues here, technical too. But anyway, I hope you copied all that. I'll keep it short. And good to join all of you in the morning to some degree. Perry, over to you, and again, my best to all. W3MMR, WB2HJK.
All right, George, WB2HJK, W3MMR. Well, George says good morning to everyone. WB2HJK says good morning to you guys. Don't know how well you're hearing him. He was about 20 over here, but he's using an Isotron antenna up there in Queens, New York. So sometimes he hits me with a bombing signal here in the evening times, but as far as working out some distant stations, it can be a compromise and then be an issue. So he's saying good morning to you fellas, and sending his best wishes everyone's way. And good morning to you, Jamie. A big signal down here coming out of Syracuse this morning, almost 30 over S9 into the Anon. So the band is definitely in good shape for local work this morning. So good morning to you, Jamie. And I'm starting to lose the fellas down south here, so I'm gonna say 7-3, make this my last one. Kevin, yes, it is Matchlet is the brand of the tube that I'm using, that I purchased there off of eBay. And I mean, they're making other tubes as well, like 572s and a whole host of other tubes, ceramic, steel tubes. They're making. So they're doing a pretty good business, and I guess they're run by Penta Labs. Is I guess the parent company of Matchlet. But I'm so far so good. So this is my first morning running it, and I have no qualms, about it. So it's definitely working good. It's definitely running cooler than my other tube. I have a little a digital thermometer on the AL80B monitoring exhaust temperature, and already by now the exhaust temperature would have been up to about 175 degrees, and right now it is at 137. So things are looking up, and I'm very happy, very satisfied. The tube got here from California within probably 3 days, 4 days. They shipped it the next day. I ordered it the one morning, shipped it the next morning, and I ordered it, what was it, Thursday night, shipped it out Friday, and it was here yesterday. So you can't beat that, really, especially for eBay. So I'm a happy camper. And Rick, very good on the SX101. I got your message last night. I am currently muted on Facebook for another 3 days. I got into it with a guy, and I guess he reported one of my posts, didn't like what I said, and they blocked me from Facebook for a week. So I have another 3 days in Facebook jail. So, but I did get the picture you sent me of the receiver and the speaker, and the thing looks like it's in great shape. And I remember you saying that you saw a video of it and receiving some broadcast stations and so on and so forth. And so hopefully when you get over there and test things out. Oh, I can't remember if he said he's shipping it or if you got to go pick it up, but nevertheless, hope it all works out for you, and I'm sure it will. Because judging by the way it looks cosmetically, if it sounds half as good as it looks, I think you got a winner there, Rick. So best of luck with that. I'm sure you will. Sure you'll enjoy it. What we got? Jerry, I know you signed. I don't know if you're still listening from afar, but highs in the 20s already. Next week, I feel for you, buddy. That's brutal. Hopefully we don't have highs in the 20s here until late December. January is usually when we get highs like that, but we'll see. I'm ready for Christmas time to get here, get to see my son, my 8-year-old son. I think I'm probably going to take a trip down to South Carolina to see him this year, as opposed to him coming up here for the holidays. So I'll be down south. Maybe I'll try to operate from down there, and then we'll see what I can do. It's depending on how long I stay down there. So. And our winter weather forecast here, they're saying from a few different sources, not the Farmer's Almanac, from meteorologists are saying that this could be an average to slightly above average snowfall season for us here. As far as the cold weather goes, normally cold. Last year was a mild winter, to say the least here. But they say we could be getting back to more snowfall and more average wintertime temperatures here for this winter. So 7-3 guys, I guess I sent it back down to you, Kevin. No, do I send it to you? I was sending it to Jerry. I think Charlie signed, so I believe it comes to you, Kevin. So 7-3, everyone. Have a great day, and again, everybody's sounding great up here this morning. Great signals, good band conditions here, and we'll talk to you fellas tomorrow morning. KK4GZQ in the fine group. 7-3 guys from W3MMR in southeastern Pennsylvania.
Let me see if I have it real quick here, Kevin.
Hey, Jerry, mention the order after you get during your transmission as well.
Well, I got out of it, so I think we left Bob out. That was what I was going to say, too, because I think Bob got left out of that round. So, Bob, I'll send it to you, and Kevin, you can take it. I know you picked up Bob, but that's all right. Anyway, I want to say my good mornings finally, and good morning, Jamie, and good morning, George.
Sorry, Bob.
Signals. Jamie, you're doing wonderful here in Dandy area.
No trouble.
Great signal, as always, and
take care, buddy.
Have a good trip over here. Hopefully the weather will cooperate. I know we got some cold stuff coming. And Perry, real quick, I was going to comment. Your voice like your dad. It's your tone, not so much your accent. My son can leave a voicemail on our phone. He's done it before. And I'd look at my wife thinking, when did I do that? And she's telling me it's not me, it's our son. And my brother and I sound identical on a voice recording, so that's what you do. You sound like your dad. So it's a compliment, I guess. I'm not sure my son would take it that way. Anyway, take care. Yeah, I think Bob got left out. Good morning, Joe. To you. Good to hear you. But and I did know if Charlie had finally signed her. I didn't think he had. But good morning. I've got to go. Kevin, did you direct it? And like I said, I lost the order. But so I'll let you be the adult supervision. KK4JCQ, if not over possibly Bob, but go ahead and direct it. This is K9GAS. Good morning, all.
That little good girl on YouTube says, she said, yikers. Yikes. Bob, I think it's yours to take it. I'm not sure where it goes. Charlie, I think, needs to get back, and then we need to get back around to Joe. Go ahead, Bob. I've still got one more left in me. KN4HH to take it. KK4GZQ, the group.
Okay, thanks, Kevin. KK4GZQ, the great KN4HH. Very good. No problem, guys. We got a nice group in here. I want to say good morning to George and Jamie and Joe and Rick. And Rick, well, you're going to love that FX101. What a nice receiver. I've had a couple. And if they weren't as big and as heavy as they were, I'd still have it. But I'm in the light equipment. But anyway,
frequencies in use.
Enjoy that receiver. Have a great day. Beautiful signal bombing in here. Talk to you. In Georgia, I've never talked to somebody on one of those isotrons before. What a neat experience. Because they don't look like much of an antenna, but by golly, I'm hearing you.
No problem.
So, what a lovely thing. You're making the trip to Atlanta, Georgia. And, Joe, of course, good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you made super yesterday. And you and Judy got the freezer stocked up. So there you go. Tell you what, Charlie and I cannot hear each other, Kevin, so I'm going to send it back to you. I'm going to go out and sign as well. And I'm going to get this Mantac wired up for sideband on the 7203 so I can try it over there. But I'll try it again one morning when conditions are better, but I thought it was just fun to put it on the air this morning. So I'll let you get it over to Charlie because I know he can't hear me. Have a great day again. Many thanks for that lovely call. I really appreciate it. That means a lot. KK4GZQ, 730 KN4HH.
I enjoyed my contacts with you down there, Bob. You and I had some pretty good two-way communication back, but I appreciate it too. Charlie, Bob sends it to you, K4FNY, to take it. And Charlie, Victor Echo 3 Papa, Rick up in Ontario. I know he hadn't had it since I told him it was in the tropics of Canada. Would you send it, see if he's